This courtroom session starts like any other until a man accused of driving while intoxicated casually drops a bombshell. He's leaving the country on Monday to teach in Ukraine, but hold on, he's also facing up to 6 months in jail and a $1 to 1,000 fine. The judge isn't playing games. The moment Mr. Cameron opens his mouth, things spiral. He admits to drinking, taking Valium, and driving with a suspended out-of-state license, all while claiming he has nothing to hide. The judge warns him repeatedly, now is not the time to speak. But Mr. Cameron, he just won't stop talking. This case is a legal minefield of DWI laws, international travel complications, and one defendant determined to defend himself without a lawyer. You won't believe how deep this hole gets and how close he comes to losing it all. Let's dive in.
SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HDN, 5 out of 8 walk and turn, 3 out of 4 one-leg stand. DIC was read and defendant consented to blood draw.
We look to see if he has any prior DWIs, please. Valid Texas driver license. Mr. Cameron, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Are you going to allow me to speak?
What did you want to say?
In my defense.
I don't want you to talk about the case now. I've got a bunch of DAs here, and everything that you say, they can use it against you.
Absolutely.
Now it's not.
And I have nothing to hide, sir. I'm leaving the country. I have to leave the country to teach Bible and English in Ukraine.
Here's where it gets serious. The judge officially finds probable cause, meaning there's enough evidence for the case to proceed. From here on out, Mr. Cameron is under strict bond conditions. No alcohol, no drugs, random testing, violate this, and jail is next. It's a sobering reminder, even if you believe you're innocent. The legal system doesn't pause just because you have travel plans or spiritual ambitions abroad. This is now a criminal case in motion.
But you're going to be randomly tested. How long are you planning on being out of town?
7 months until May.
This is going to be an issue. When are you leaving?
Monday.
You need to hire a lawyer. You need to talk to a lawyer about this so we can work something out. But you now have an open criminal case. You can't take off for just 7 months. It's not going. It can't happen. It's going to be an issue.
Half of the things that officer said was a lie.
That's why we have trials.
Okay.
You know, that's why I get it. There's always two sides to a story. I understand. The evidence will point to whose side is correct.
This is courtroom gold. I have nothing to hide. A classic line that almost always precedes oversharing. And oversharing is exactly what the judge warns him not to do. The DA is watching. Every word can and will be used against him, but this isn't just stubbornness he's desperate to explain. Still, this isn't a confessional, it's a courtroom, and in court, strategy beats sincerity every time.
Overwhelmed with the amount of blood tests that they're working at any given time. So basically you get in line and then it just, when it's your turn, that's when they do it.
I had 4 ounces of wine.
Let's not talk, please. Everything you say, they're going to sit there and they're going to type it
Absolutely,
against
I'm
you.
ready.
Don't. Now's not the time. You need a lawyer to represent you. What
I will be my own lawyer, sir.
Would you perform open heart surgery on yourself? And let me tell you this.
I have nothing to hide.
Let me tell you this. If you're going to represent yourself, I'm going to require your.
This is the crux of the entire case. You can't just pick up a felony DWI and leave the country for 7 months. The legal process takes time, blood tests, discovery, hearings, and unless he hires a lawyer, he's expected to show up in person. For every court date, the judge is crystal clear. If he vanishes to Ukraine, a warrant will be issued, and the next time he flies, he could be detained on site. That's not a minor inconvenience, it's international legal jeopardy.
Appearance here.
All right, sir. You're talking about a public defender if one is appointed for me?
You have to qualify. I don't give out public defenders like it's candy on Halloween. You have to qualify. If you have an income and you meet the federal poverty guideline, then we will appoint you a lawyer. But if you don't qualify, then you have to go hire a lawyer. But once you do hire a lawyer, I waive appearances so you don't have to waste your time coming to court. And then at that point, your case will be put off around 4 months, give or take. And then when the evidence comes in, that's when we start working the case. But you have to understand that we randomly call people to take a drug and alcohol test. And if you don't show up,
This is one of the most iconic lines in courtroom logic. Would you perform open heart surgery on yourself? The defendant wants to represent himself. Bold move. But this isn't small claims court. It's a DWI charge with travel violations, licensing issues, and potential jail time. The judge warns him, if you go it alone, you must appear every single month. No remote hearings, no leniency. It's legal chaos waiting to happen.
where the case gets dismissed, whether it just doesn't.
Okay, Judge.
I'm doing that to help you, believe it or not. You know,
Yes, sir.
we have a lot of people that come in here and they just want to run gun. Just let's go now. Unfortunately, the law works at a snail's pace. And I know that it infuriates about 90% of the people, but that's just the way it goes.
And you're
I
right.
didn't invent it. I just try to
All right, sir.
micromanage.
In regard to the defendant's license, we see that he appears to have an out-of-state California license that is suspended in the case, except in the case of employment. So it appears to be an out-of-state.
And here comes the big twist. His license, suspended, out of state, California only. And now that he's picked up a DWI in Texas, that California occupational license could be revoked permanently. This is a legal domino effect, a restricted license due to a prior DWI, followed by a new arrest, all while planning to teach abroad. The judge doesn't just restrict his alcohol use, he bans him from driving entirely. One wrong move, and he's back in custody.
Don't. Now's not the time. You need a lawyer. When do you leave on Monday?
7 a.m. from McAllen.
Oh, to McAllen.
No, from McAllen to Warsaw. Train to Kiev.
What I would do is get on it quick today to see about hiring a lawyer.
Okay.
And then they can appear on your behalf on Monday and we can work through the logistics. Don't just take off, because I'm telling you, if you just take off, I'm going to issue a warrant. And the next time you ever try to get on a plane, they're going to arrest you.
This is the judge's final warning, and it's chilling. If you just take off, I'm going to issue a warrant and they will arrest you at the airport. That's not hypothetical. This happens all the time. A simple traffic offense turns into months in detention, especially when international borders and skipped court dates are involved. It's a clear message. Deal with your case now or deal with U.S. Marshals later.
And we got to do that before 7 a.m. when the plane takes off?
Well, no. I mean, we don't start court till 9 o'clock. So, hopefully if you hire a lawyer this weekend, they can try to get a hold of us through email, and perhaps we can work on it through the weekend, but
Okay.
you got to get on it
I'll
quick,
get on it.
because lawyers don't work on the weekends, and it's already Friday. And I can tell you, not many lawyers work very hard on Friday.
One more question, please.
Sure.
Even if it's used against me, can I explain the California license revoked?
Don't.
All right.
Just really, I know that you want to, it's just now's not the time.
Okay.
What we do is we usually give around 30-day resets for people to hire a lawyer, but I'm advising you to do it,
Okay.
Tell
me where to go right now.
Okay. So you're showing he has a suspended license for sure, right?
That's what it shows on our end, Your Honor. Suspended except for that employment
Okay,
exception.
I'm going to have you sign this affidavit promising us you're not going to drive. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. You sign the reset with Victoria. We'll have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions that you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Understand, I don't care where you are. I know that you're going to Poland or wherever. You can't consume alcohol.
This is where reality hits. Mr. Cameron says he wants a public defender, but the judge breaks it down. You make $5,800 a month. That's well above federal poverty guidelines. The law doesn't care if you feel broke, the numbers matter. Many people assume public defenders are for anyone who asks. Not so. Income, expenses, and legal standards all play a role, and in this case, he's on his own unless he pays out of pocket.
Just say a 30-day reset and then just, have a lawyer as quick as you can. Theoretically, you don't have to. You could be out of town and still get with the lawyer, and the lawyer can come. We just need to know before the next setting.
Yes, sir.
Because if you're not here.
And now we're in dangerous territory. Mr. Cameron refuses to sign the bond conditions. The judge's response, brutal but fair, then I'm going to put you in jail. He's running out of options and time. If he doesn't sign, the bond is revoked. If he takes off, he's arrested. And if he represents himself, he must appear constantly. Every door he's knocking on leads to the same conclusion. Get a lawyer, fast.
Really worked a month, maybe 800.
How do you support yourself?
I have been working, I'm a retired teacher out of California. And so I have retirement, but I'm trying to come on to Tomball to add to my retirement.
So you earn a monthly stipend as
Yes, sir.
part of your retirement.
Yes, sir.
And how much money do you make from that a month?
About plus Social Security.
All in all
About 5,000 a month, plus the 800 that I just made.
see a prior DWI.
I didn't see anything when I ran this criminal history, Judge. I can try again if you'd like.
How many people are in your household?
Serenity now, the judge mutters, clearly trying to keep his cool. The courtroom is tense. Mr. Cameron's finances disqualify him from a public defender. And yet he's unprepared to hire an attorney before flying out. The judge isn't. Being cruel, he's following the law, but the pressure is mounting. A DWI charge, suspended license, international travel plans, and no legal representation? This is how a mild case explodes into long-term consequences.
Be careful out there.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Judge, we're keeping the randoms first.
Yes, it's a problem.
Since he's going out of town, he says that he won't sign for your next.
Well, then I'm going to put you in jail then.
How do I report
You need a
for random
lawyer.
drug test?
You need a lawyer so we can work out the logistics. But you know, what we normally do,
We'll take care of this.
what we normally do when people are out of town, we have them tested at Quest Diagnostics. You go
In
in,
these final moments, the judge tries to salvage the situation. He offers a 30-day reset time to hire a lawyer, sign bond conditions, and avoid a warrant. But the window is narrow. This isn't just about paperwork, it's about trust, legal compliance, and personal responsibility. If Mr. Cameron signs and cooperates, he buys time. If he doesn't, his flight to Ukraine may end with handcuffs.
So you're advising me to go ahead and sign, and the lawyer will.
well, every person that picks
This courtroom exchange was a masterclass in what not to do after a DWI arrest. From oversharing in front of prosecutors to refusing bond conditions and attempting self-representation, Mr. Cameron made mistake after mistake. The judge, remarkably patient, laid out every option: hire a lawyer, avoid jail, follow the law. But with international travel, prior license issues, and financial misunderstandings, this case became more than a misdemeanor, it became a legal storm. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. You never know which story is going to blow up next.